Hi, beautiful people. How are y'all? Welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm over here trying not to burn my house down. What's going on, beautiful people? I thought I'd come on here and talk to y'all and see how everyone's doing out there. You know, I went this morning when I woke up, I had another song playing in my head, and so I felt like Spirit wanted me to come on here and have a chat with y'all. And I also got a new couple decks, so I thought maybe I might pull those out too. So, but it was interesting because the other day, I after I went back to my old house, I had gone through and I was doing something, and then I had a vision of like angel wings in my head. And it was like, Spirit was trying to tell me something, but at the time I was like really busy and I couldn't do it because I was actually on my way to physical therapy too. So now I'm just, going to try and see what Spirit has to say. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? It's been one of those days. No, hi Sherry. How are you, beautiful? Thank you for coming. Y'all are so good to me. I hope your son's doing okay. I know I tried watching you earlier, and I know because I was in the car. I was actually running up to the store, and I was trying to watch you with, I think it was Sun Psychic Jean. So I just listened to it while I was driving. So I promised I didn't look at the screen. I was just listening. Oh, and Miss Heather, you asked about my owl. Here's my owl I had to get from the store. Isn't he cute? I don't know why, but I was drawn to get him. So, oh my goodness. If he'll stay there. Yeah, I thought he was cute. They had a couple of different colored ones. They had one that was brown and white, I think. But there was another one that had like, I don't know, maybe some kind of pink and purple or something. But I had to have the gray and white one, so I got them. And then I got these angel wings in well, I got them in actually a couple weeks ago, but they're selenite crystals, and I thought they were beautiful, so I got to put this together by myself and pull it out. So I got it sitting right here. I finally got all this room, but then now I got stuff everywhere. It's like, I got decks up here. I got them like laying over here, and it's like, I need a bigger desk now. Thank you for joining me. And I appreciate all y'all. I really do. And like I said, I was trying not to burn my house down. I pulled out some white sage over here. I was going to burn. I burned some of it before I turned the camera on. So, and I got my Red Bull, so I'm good. That should last me a couple hours, I think. No, I won't be bouncing off the walls. All right, beautiful people. Where did that deck go? See, I got decks everywhere. I enjoyed y'all's show, Heather, Jeff. See, I can't write poetry like y'all. Y'all would laugh at me. If I pulled out my poetry book, you would laugh at me. Oh, goodness. Oh, and my fridge is coming Tuesday, so I can't wait. Yes, it's a big process. You see all these boxes back here? It's like, I packed most of this stuff by myself, and this was before I had my shoulder surgery, thinking I'd be able to pick it all up by myself afterwards. Yeah, right. It's funny. Can't even do it. So I need some of my family to come over and help me unload some of these boxes. And then I got in a fight with my mattress the other night trying to pull it on my bed on the base. That was funny. It's a good thing I didn't take the wall out. Oh my goodness. So yeah, the house is coming together. I've mostly been in here though. I mean, I do sleep in the bedroom, which is nice, but... Oh, I know, sweetheart. But you know what? I haven't written poetry in years. So it's like I'd have to pick up that, a pen, oh geez, man, I can't talk right. I'd have to pick up a pad and a piece of paper and try and sit there and write again. I've been wanting to, I haven't. You know, my head's been in so many other places and trying to get this house together and all that, so. But I will. I do like to write poetry. I actually got, when I was in high school, I got, Student of the Year specifically because of a poem I wrote, which I was just blown away. Oh yeah, I guess I do have to do that, huh? I don't know how to do that though, Heather. And how do you get how do you assign moderators? Y'all gotta help me out here. Yeah, y'all on the same wavelength. Okay, well. I don't see 3 dots, beautiful. I see 3 dots on the bottom, but that's it. Let me see something. No, that's not it. Let me see. Oh, okay. I didn't read it right, that's why. Okay. Hi, Ramon. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. Y'all are the best. Hi, Diane. No, thank you, Amanda. You're so sweet, sweetheart. Okay, well, my beautiful friend who wants to be a moderator. No, you're so sweet, Ange. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Oh, thank you, Ramon. I know. Hello, Sheena. How are you, sweetheart? Let's see. Let me try this. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay, I think that did it. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm doing good here. How are you growing? Mo Flower. Thank you for coming. Yay, I did it. Yeah, because I was going to try and do it through StreamYard, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to take some time and read all this and go through it. Because I know someone else said that you can't do multiple people on YouTube, but I don't know. But I know I might have to do that sometime. Isn't it nice to see me in a different background? Well, except for my boxes. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it, sweetheart. I really do. Okay. Thank you, Ange. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll invite you on. You can do a show with me, Ange. Yes, Diane, it is. It is my first live. I was going to do it the other day, but what was it? Oh, it was because I was trying to do it through YouTube, and then it said I had to wait 24 hours. I was like, well, dang. I didn't think that they would do that, but yeah, it said I had to wait 24 hours. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll wait till I get back here to do it. Oh, that'll be lovely, sweetheart. I know they've invited me to, and I'm gonna try and work it out where I can see at least probably towards the end of this month and get with a few people because I know they've asked me to. So I know you get it together, Ange. I believe in you, sweetheart. You just gotta believe in you too. Let's see. Where the hell did that go? Okay. Most of y'all night owls, because it seems like y'all are up late like me. Yeah, Sherry, it is, sweetheart. I've been wanting to do it. Like I said, I looked at it the other day and I was going to do it, but then, like I said, YouTube said I had to wait 24 hours, and then somebody said I should have done it through StreamYard, which I didn't even know, so I figured I'd try it this way first and then look at StreamYard later and do that. Probably be a lot easier. It's storming outside. Like, I heard thunder, like, striking a few times, and I saw it just kind of flicker through the sky, and it's like, oh no, I hope it don't go through and knock out my power here. Yeah, no, sorry. I was at one of them, and then, yeah, Ramon did something last night, because I watched that. I caught the end of it, at least. I know I normally stay up late. I need to get back on a schedule, though. Sometimes I don't go to bed till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but then there's other nights I go to sleep like around 10 or 11. And the other night I went to sleep. I mean, I fell asleep. I laid in my bed. I was so tired. And I was watching a live, I think, and I had my computer sitting on the bed, and I was just sitting there listening, laying there listening to it. And next thing I knew, I was out. This is the, where'd it go? One of the new ones I just got, Archangel's Guide. I just got it last week or 2 weeks ago. And then this other one is the Angels and Ancestors. Where's that box? I got it in a box somewhere. Let me see. See, I got boxes everywhere. I don't know where that box went. Oh, it's right here. This is the other one, Diane. I love this deck. And this is one of the ones I've used to do a couple readings with, actually, that I posted. Okay, Ramon, I'll come and do that with you, sweetheart. So, yeah, I felt guided to pull out this angel, the Archangel God one, because what's crazy is that the other day, like when I had those angel wings come to my mind, it kind of looks something like this. But what I saw was like the wings opening up. Like I saw it like opening up like this. And it kind of like moved around me. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you, angels. Letting me know you're here. So I think they were just trying to tell me I needed to do this and come on here and be with y'all. I think they've been pushing me forward to doing this for the last probably about year and a half, 2 years actually. And I had other things going on, but I said, okay, I guess it's time. Because a lot of it came through too was from me being on another social media platform where people ask questions and then you answer them. And a lot of the questions I answered had to do with like the spiritual, paranormal side of things. And so, and there was just a lot of things I could share, and I didn't want to go through and just type it out and for people to read, because I just felt like people needed to like hear it from me, you know, straight from the horse's mouth to really get the whole story, to understand it better and for it to resonate. So that was the whole reason why I started this, actually. Oh, well, Ramon. I don't even know who that is, sweetheart. I'll have to look her up. I can't sing, and I ain't no artist either. But I take that as a beautiful compliment. You're a sweetheart, Ramon. Thank you. Do y'all want me to pull some cards for y'all? I was just going to pull a few from these decks. No, thank you, Sherry. Yeah, it's long, and I actually need to cut it because I keep sitting on it. It's almost down to my knees. And I was gonna cut it right before I had my shoulder surgery, and my sister-in-law was gonna help me, and she offered to trim it for me, but then we just never got around to it. All right, Shari, I can do one for you, sweetheart. So, yeah, I've always had my hair long. I like it long. I can't do short hair. Except for like in the summer, like right now, I'm so tempted to cut it because it gets so ungodly hot. Hot and sweaty and sticky. And then like all my hair like sticks to my back and I'm just like, ugh. I feel like I just rolled into a pancake syrup. It's that sticky humidity. Okay, beautiful people. Let me set you over here. Alright. I'll do you first, Sherry. Alright, spirits. Tell me what I need to know, please. For Sherry's highest good. Thank you. Ooh, Cherry, you got Metatron. Heaven to earth. Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. Wow. That's beautiful. Love that. That's a beautiful card. And I do feel like you are in alignment. I think you're doing exactly what you were meant to do. Being on YouTube and sharing with people. Yeah, I mean, I love this card. This card's beautiful. And that's what I feel. I feel like you're doing exactly what you were meant to. I know not too long ago, I remember you had said that, you kind of like were slowly kind of coming into this. Like I think like with me, like I kind of ran away from my gifts when I was younger. And I think you had said something about that too. And then later kind of coming into it. And I think this is you now that you're in alignment with your purpose here, sweetheart. That's beautiful. I love that for you. That's a beautiful card. And then I'm going to pull one from these. And then I'm going to pull one from these. These three decks are talking to me tonight. Actually, not this one. I wanted this one. Alright. Spirit. Highest good, please. Can y'all hear me okay? Really, Ange? Where was it, sweetheart? Okay, good. Wow. You are in your purpose, sweetheart. You get the oracle. Wait for important information. I feel something powerful is coming to you, Sherry. I think you're getting downloads. That's what I'm getting here. Oh, wow. And what color was it, sweetheart? Because I didn't see it. And normally I see them. Sorry, I feel like You're getting downloads, sweetheart. I mean, I even pick up like you're getting them in like your dreams. This seems like I feel like a loved one is coming and visiting you in your dreams. Does that resonate, Sherry? Because that's what I'm picking up. It does? Oh, good. I'm glad. So I think you need to pay more attention to your dreams and what you're receiving in it. I think there's some important information in your dreams that you're seeking. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I hope you get some rest. Don't wear yourself out, sweetheart. We all need you around here. All right, I'm gonna pull one of these. Let's see what Spirit has to say to you. Let's do it this way. Sherry's highest good, please. Whenever you talk to us, it never goes unheard. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation that we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally come to fruition. Be patient. Everything will come together for you. There you go, sweetheart. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I understand. So I hope this resonates, sweetheart. Hey, I'm not a spring chicken anymore either. But, you know, sometimes I still want to act like I am. I mean, I just turned 43 in March, but wow, I would have never guessed you're 63. I would have never guessed that at all. I would have thought like mid 50s. You look good, sweetheart. So, yeah, I just turned 43. But I still like to think I'm like 25. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. I think like between like 25 and before 30, like maybe 28. I think those were some of my best years, but I'll go back to 25 again. All right, beautiful people. I know, Diane, you said you wanted a reading, sweetheart. I should have wrote this down. And I pulled out my pad and paper, my pad and pen too, so I can keep track of this. Forgive me, since this is my first time. I gotta figure all this out. Beautiful people, tell me who all wants a reading so I can write it down and I'll keep track of it. So I know I don't miss anybody. I don't want to do that. I got you, Diane. Okay, Thomas, I got you, honey. Sorry for the squeaking. I think this desk is a little unwobbly because I got a couple of pieces that still have to go with it. Okay, Sheena, I got you, sweetheart. Alright, let's see. Let me do it this way. Alright. A card for Diane's highest good, please. I know I'm not going to even say this right. Dolphin. I didn't say that right, and I know I didn't. Forgive me. Building the bridge. Your role is to create a connection between heaven, earth, and all hearts. I feel like you're like a messenger between people, but I also feel like you're a messenger between worlds. Like, I feel like, kind of like me in a sense, like, oh, are you? Wow. So this is right on the money then. But I also feel like you're like, you're kind of like, I get like a high priestess feel. I feel like me, like, you're that person that's like, you got one foot in the spirit and one in the physical, because that's how I've always described it. Don't scare me off. That's how I feel, though. You're that bridge between them. That's beautiful. And I like he has like all the magic in his hands and he's bringing it all together. It makes sense. Oh, good. I'm glad, sweetheart. I do. I just feel like a powerful sense to you. Like I said, you're like a high priestess. And you're like the mediumship between worlds. Even like different dimensions is what I'm getting here. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that energy I'm picking up too. Ooh, and I just got the chills. All right, I'm gonna pull one from this one for you too, sweetheart. Diamonds, that's good, please. Thank you. This table's too loud. Try not to do that. Hit it hard. All right. You got the stag. Trust and thrive. I feel like you gotta trust more in yourself. I pick up that you're doubting yourself, like maybe you're second guessing yourself sometimes. And Spirit's telling me that you got to trust more in what you're getting. And yes, and ground it to the earth. Because I think, you're going to thrive. I mean, like I said, I get the high priestess feeling with you. That's how I really feel. Is you're like the high priestess. So trust in this. Trust in that and thrive. Because I think you're supposed to thrive in this environment. All right, beautiful. I'm going to pull one more from this. Oh, well, I'm glad, sweetheart. Thank you for telling me that, to let me know. That's okay, Ange. No, I'm not going to do a reading for you, Ange. No, I'm just kidding, sweetheart. I know I'll do one for you. if I can write my scribbles. All right, beautiful. Let's see. I want to see what other message Spirit has for you here. Okay, Spirit. That's good. Okay. Don't allow negative emotions to fester. If you are feeling frustrated, angry, or hurt, for example, just acknowledge that. Instead of fighting your feelings, go with them and work with them. Then true healing can really begin. So, I don't know if you got, some festering up emotions, sweetheart, and some healing, like shadow work, maybe, is kind of what I'm picking up. But I think you can go deep within and get those answers and bring those emotions out to surface and to start the healing. That's what I'm picking up. So, no, for like me, sometimes I have to, like, when someone hurts me or if I get angry, like, I'll just use, if someone makes me mad, for an example. Okay, sweetheart. Well, at least you're working on them, and that's a positive forward movement. But, sweetheart, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself, too. We can always be our hardest, biggest critic, being down on ourselves. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, just let those emotions out. Because, like, for me, like, when I get mad, I kind of gotta, like, walk away and cool off because me being, like, sensitive, like an empath, if I just had an argument with someone, and I know they're upset and angry and I'm upset and angry, I know I gotta kind of step away because if not, I'll not only have my emotions deal with, but then I take on theirs and that just makes it worse. So I kind of gotta step away and then let those emotions release for me. And sometimes that just means I gotta step away even for like a few hours, or even go in my car or something and turn on some, rock music and just, get some of that emotions out instead of keeping them in. Because if I keep them in, then I notice sometimes that I'll go through and I'll take it out on the wrong people. And I think we're all, we've all done that at some point in our life. We just take it out on the people we love who it's not meant for, but it's something we do. But then even, get angry at ourselves. Like, I'll joke at myself. I'll be like, because I did something that, like, I had a feeling I shouldn't have done. And then I'm going around kicking myself in the butt for it, that kind of thing. So, but that's what I got for you, my sweetheart. I hope this helps. I hope it makes sense. All right, Thomas. Let's see. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Oh, I'm glad. Diane, thank you, sweetheart. Yes, Ramon. I think we all do that, though. I think, you know, I think I had to learn that from my daddy because it's like, buckle up, Thomas. Now you're going to try and scare me. I think we go through, like, I know my daddy could have been intense with me, and I think I got a lot of that from him too. So it's like when we locked horns, we really locked horns. And I knew I had to pull away and he had to pull away and go cool off. And, you know, sometimes our emotions can get the best of us, both the good and the bad. But it's always good just to take a step back and take a deep breath in and, you know, let them out. Even scream and shout. I mean, you know, if you have to even go in your room and like pull out one of those, like one of your pillows and, you know, just bang on it for a minute or something. Just to help release some of that frustration or get like one of those stress balls or something. I see people use all the time. I think that helps. All right, Thomas, buckle up, huh? You're really trying to scare me. Well, Spirit must saying, okay, I got you, buddy, because a card just popped out. Ooh, you got the Archangel Michael. Spiritual acceleration. You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. Wow, that's a powerful card too. You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. And I do feel that way about you, Thomas. I feel like I pick up you kind of like me in that sense where throughout the day, like if you're busy doing something, like your focus will be on one thing, on what you're doing, but then you suddenly will get a download, like a message of some kind. I don't know if that makes sense. This is a beautiful card too. And I think you're moving up. I guess I feel like you're coming into like more gifts that haven't surfaced yet but are starting to surface and are strengthening like what is already there, like even your intuition I feel like is growing in strength, like um what's that word I'm trying to look for. I feel like like spirit just showed me like a big firework, if that makes sense, because that just came through loud and clear, like a big firework, like there's this big explosion of um messages coming through, and like you feel like your sense, you're tuned into it, have went from like this level to like this level. That's what I'm picking up from this. Yeah, and I do feel that from you. It does take you off track often. Yeah, I can relate. I can, because I know it happens to me a lot. Because I'll even notice, like, if I'm, like, scribbling, like, I'll notice, like, I'll just be scribbling, and I'm not even paying attention to what I'm scribbling, but I'll get, like, other downloads, like, other messages coming through that's obviously has nothing to me with, nothing to do with what I'm scribbling. Like, if I'm just scribbling my name, for an example, I feel like you're getting like other thoughts that way. Like that's an example for me, if that makes sense. Let me put this over here. All right. Let me put one of these for you too, Thomas. Let's see. All right, spirits. What do you have to tell me for Thomas's greater good, please? And thank you. Traveler. Move in a new direction. I, I feel like you're going through, um, this has to do with like your intuition, like your spiritual gift, like you're doing one thing but you're being pulled somewhere else. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm picking up. You're that traveler. And I just got time traveler. I don't know if you believe in that or not. I don't know that much about it, but that's what spirit just put in my head. Another thing I just got is like astral travel. I don't know if you astral travel, if you like astral travel intentionally, if you meditate, or even when you're sleeping. But I feel that way too, if that makes sense to you, Thomas. I know I've done it a couple times and I don't like it, but it wasn't intentional either. But astral travel a lot, okay. So I'm picking it up right. Good. Yeah. See, I don't do it. I don't. At least if I'm doing it, I don't remember. I've only remembered a couple times, and I didn't like it. Both times, I'd rather stay grounded. But I know some people enjoy astral travel. I'm not one of those people. So, all right, Thomas, I'm gonna pull one from one of these. One of my other decks over here. I got two for you. Well, that one almost wanted to come out. Universal travel, not earthbound. Yeah. All right, Thomas. I got be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception, and that's on them. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power. That's a powerful card too. And I do feel that way for you. I think people have a hard time understanding, or you feel like maybe people have a hard time connecting to you on some level. It resonates deeply. Oh, well, good. You feel misunderstood a lot. Maybe even in conversations with people, is what I'm getting. I feel like sometimes that whether it's you or the other person in conversation, I pick like having a hard time articulating sometimes, what you're meaning to say, or it gets misinterpreted the wrong way is what I'm picking up. But I feel like that you're supposed to speak it the way you're supposed to speak it, and that if people don't understand, then that's kind of like, that's their problem, not your problem. You keep people at a distance, yeah, because they don't understand, or they misjudge. That's the other thing I get. They misjudge you a lot for that. So I just think that you're supposed to surround yourself with like-minded people like you, to where you can have like your soul tribe for the people who are meant to be around you, who are going to bring out the best qualities in you, who will understand you and understand it from the same perception and perspective that you have. Kind of like this community is what I'm picking up in this. So I feel like sometimes it's harder for you to allow people to get close to you because you feel like it's going to be a conflict of some kind, or maybe you feel like it's going to be even harder for you to have that close relationship because you feel like they're just going to, once they get to know you, or you like unveil, who you are a little more, that they just get you all wrong, and then they don't understand. So, but Thomas, they're not meant to understand you. The people who are meant to understand you will be there for you. And that's what you got to remember. Because I understand what you're saying too. That some people just don't understand you, keep them at a distance, and kind of like stay in your lane, and leave the other people out there on the sidelines, because if you allow them in, they could even be a lot of drama at times. That's what I've learned about some people. Some people just like drama, negativity, and I'm just like, no, you can keep that over there. I'm gonna stay over here, that kind of thing. So I hope this resonates for you, Thomas, and I hope it helps, sweetheart. All right. Okay, Miss Sheena, you're next, sweetheart. Ooh, I gotta try not to lean so hard on this desk. So I put the other piece on it. I think it's over here actually, that's why. Oh, let's see. You're welcome. I'm glad it helped you, honey. All right. Put this back here. Let's see. Spirit, what do you have for Miss Sheena? Please, for her highest good. Go this way now. Nope, move that way. For her highest good, please. Thank you. All right, Miss Sheena. You got the Archangel Zachiel. Karmic release. It's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. So I feel like what I'm getting is, I feel like you're suffering with self-worth. Like, you might even be struggling with your self-esteem to some degree is what I'm picking up on. And I feel like you need to be one of those people that like goes in the mirror and says, I'm worthy. Hi, Miss Jane. I'm worthy. I am good enough. I'm beautiful. I'm brilliant. Because every single time I think that you talk down about yourself, it brings your energy down, and you want to bring your energy up. You want to be that big magic that attracts people like a magnet, because I'm picking up that you are like that magnet that people want to be drawn to, but you're not seeing it in yourself though, is what I'm picking up. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Miss Sheena. Hi, Miss Jane. I'm glad you're here, sweetheart. Does this make sense, Sheena? I hope it does. Because I even see this little magic right here in between his hands. I don't know if you can see this right here. I feel like that's your magic within you that has to be brought out. Thank you. It's time for you to be that ball of light and release it and allow the world to see it. And for you to even appreciate yourself the same way is what I'm picking up for you, sweetheart. And then I'm going to pull on these other cards I got from this deck that I've been using and move this. Good night, Miss Jane. Thank you for stopping by, sweetheart. I didn't even know you were here. You feel like you're somewhat of an empath? Well, sweetheart, you probably are then. I think that, like, I don't know if you watched one of my videos recently. I made a video recently talking about the empath. Oh, Oh, hi, Fiona. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You are so sweet. You're going to make me blush now. You do know that, right? I'm going to start blushing. My cheek's going to turn bright red. But, Sheena, I feel like with an empath, we have to like protect our energy, and I guess that probably does make sense where you're like struggling with your own emotions and picking up others people's emotions because you end up absorbing it, and I feel like that's probably even causing some confusion for you, because I know it can for a lot of empaths, especially when they don't realize or don't completely understand their abilities of trying to protect themselves too from others' energies. So, you got to go through, if you don't know already, sweetheart, you got to go through and ask your angels and your guides and your loved ones for protection and create that circle of white light around you like a bubble to help protect you. And try and meditate to keep you grounded. Grounded with Mother Earth. It always helps to be out in nature. I know it helps me at least. Alright, let's see. What Spirit got for you, sweetheart? Ooh. White Witch. Be the light. This is a beautiful card. Oh, and look at this. Miss Heather, if you are still around, because here's the owl right here. Be the light. Be the White Witch. Oh no, Sheena, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry you lost your baby girl. I hate that. My heart hurts for you, honey. I know that can't be easy for you at all. It's not easy to lose anyone, but especially a child. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sending you love and light. But I feel like you're supposed to be that light, that white witch, like this here. And she has the owl. She has all this wisdom, all this experience that she's supposed to spread out into the world. And for everyone to see that magic and that light that she has. And I feel like, ooh, and I just got chills. Ooh, chills. I feel like, now that, you've mentioned that, like, I think you're supposed to help other parents out there who've also lost a child and kind of help them kind of go through it. And I think you're supposed to go out there and find that support group to help you and also to help them, for y'all to lean on each other through that. That's what I'm picking up. And I think you're going to be that huge healing light for them. That's what I feel. You're going to be that strong light, that beautiful guiding light for other parents, and y'all come together, and I think y'all will be able to help heal each other. I hope this helps, sweetheart. And then I'm going to pull one of these other cards that I've been pulling from my other deck. Put this to the side. Do this. My hair. See, my hair, like, it's so long that, like, I get asked all the time, like, do you sleep on your hair? Don't you, like, choke on your hair? No, because I lay it, like, when I lay down, I, like, flip my hair up and then lay it over the pillow so it doesn't get wrapped around my neck or anything like people think, or, who don't know. And then I know others will pull theirs in a ponytail and have it up on their head that way, because I know some people get hot when they sleep, but my hair, yeah, there's times when I know when I go through, I get hot, you know, like I said, right now with all the humidity, so tempted to want to chomp it all off, but I won't. I say I will, but I won't. I just suffer through it. All right, beautiful. The card I got right here for you says, you are not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. You are at the sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, and carry on. I like that for you too, beautiful. And I think you got to be easier on yourself. Yes, it is really long. It's like almost like to my knees. If I were to stand up, if y'all would have been able to see my knees, y'all would understand. But I feel like for you, this is like, I don't know if even maybe, you know, some people are like kind of on you right now, even maybe about, you know, going through the emotions of your grief is what I'm picking up. And you're kind of even looking around trying to figure out who am I supposed to like lean on and turn to, you know, for support. And I think you gotta, you know, figure out what it is that you want, and, you know, don't live by other people's timelines. Live by your own timeline. Whatever that, those steps are through that grieving process and the goals in your life that you still want to set out and achieve. I think you're right there where you're meant to be. That's what Spirit is telling me. That you're where, exactly where the universe wants you to be. And I'm picking up you are going in the right direction. So don't be hard on yourself, and don't allow the world to be hard on you either. Be loving and compassionate and gentle with yourself is what I'm getting for you, sweetheart. I hope this resonates. I hope it helps. And, oh, I just got chills again. See, it's cold in my house. See, I'm crazy right here. It's hot and humid out, even with it being dark out. And because of the rain, it makes it real sticky and humid. But I got my air on, like, I think it's like set at 71. So, but I have to have it set at that, because if not, I go through and I will start sweating. So I got to keep it cold, but then I got to put like this on me. Just weird like that. Oh, well, good. I'm so glad it does, sweetheart. I hope it helps. I'm sending you healing love your way and positive energy. All right, beautiful. All right, Miss Ange. You ready, sweetheart? Let's see. If anyone else wants a reading who hasn't been read, just please let me know. I'll read for you. I'll spend some time with y'all. I'm not in a hurry. And Miss Sheena, let me tell you something, sweetheart. You know what? If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here for you, honey. And I truly mean that. I may not be, you know, I may not have lost a child, but I've been through some deep grief that it took me many, many, many years to get through before I felt more like me again. So I'm here for you, honey. All right, Miss Ange. Are the angels going to tell me you're wild and crazy like me? All right. Spirits, what do you want to tell me about Miss Ange for her highest good, please, and thank you. Wow, that card just wanted to come out. Seraphiel. Your archangel is Seraphiel. Heart of devotion. Let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. That's beautiful. I like this too. I like it because of the purple too, but... And I do feel like this for you because I feel like you've been going through something, and I think you're questioning if you're going in the right direction. I think you're kind of like bouncing back and forth, even maybe having that conversation in your head and with your angels and guides, like, am I still supposed to be doing this, or am I supposed to go somewhere else, is what I'm picking up for you. And I believe you are where you're supposed to be, sweetheart. I pick up that I know sometimes it gets hard, it gets stressful, and you get tired and feel like you're not doing enough or you're not giving enough, or maybe even others don't feel like you're giving enough. But you're giving more than enough. You just got to be more gentle on yourself. But I feel like you're more dedicated and committed to it than maybe in the past months. I feel like that door is opening more for you in that way, if that makes any sense, Miss Ange. I feel like you got that cup of love to share with the world. And I think the world needs that cup of love from you and all your gifts. I do believe that. That's what Spirit's telling me. You have those gifts and that love. Like, your talents and your gifts they come from the heart. Like, I feel you like on a deeper level. Your heart space is open and it's full. And even though maybe sometimes the world gets you down, you overgive. Yeah, I understand, sweetheart. I've done it too. Yeah, so I'm feeling it right. But I think you need to hold some of that back for yourself. Instead of, constantly giving to others, you got to keep some of that love for yourself too, honey. Because this world needs you. And, you're no good to anyone else if you're not good to yourself. You got to be more loving and giving to yourself too. Focusing on a reset, wrong areas, yeah. Well, I think Spirit's trying to tell you to refocus it and reset it towards the right areas because you're understanding where you're overgiving in those wrong areas. So to refocus it here where you're going towards. And a reset, yeah, sometimes we do need that reset. And sometimes life has its own way of forcing us to do a reset, kind of almost like a tower moment is kind of what I get. And I don't know if you're going through that tower moment right now. I kind of feel like you might be, but I feel like you're almost at the end of it. And I just think once you do get it completely in that reset mode, you're going to be energized and ready to go again, but still hold back some of that for you, sweetheart. You got to still give to yourself too. And don't forget that. You're a beautiful spirit, honey. All right, I'm going to pull one of these for you too. I don't know why these three decks just been talking to me, like I said. The angels were talking to me the other day, so they wanted me to focus on these 3 decks. Ooh, I just got chills again. Hi, Spirit. Sorry, I just saw an orb over here in the corner. It was gold, so that's a good thing. Yes, honey. And we do go into survival mode. I do understand that too. Sweetheart, you know, I know you watched the video I posted the other day talking about one of those things, you know, one of those times where, you know, it was survival mode, but it was also fight mode. And, you know, I've gone through even that survival mode in the last few recent years too. And it can drain you. That I do know. And I know I was busy running on it too. I feel like I was going to pull my hair out at times, but I had to pull my energy back too to give it to myself, because if I drained myself, then I wasn't going to be any good for anyone else, let alone for myself at the end of the day. You know, and then you stay up at night, you get all caught up in your head too, and all that stress and worry, and then it drains you down more, and then you don't get a good night's sleep. So save some of that energy and that cup of love for you too. It's always good to give it to others, but you got to give it to yourself, and you also got to allow others to give it back to you. That's the other thing you got to remember, because I know I have a habit of doing that too. I love too deeply. I'm a deep person. That's the Pisces in me, I guess. I don't know, but I'm a Pisces sun, a Taurus moon, and an Aries rising. And as I say, I'm a fiery Pisces, but um, I do go through and I do give a lot. I'm a deep person and I feel deeply. So, and I do like to give to people and help. So you just gotta make sure you give some of that back to you too, honey. Yes, and trust your instincts. You got, and I love this. And look, what do you know? There's an owl in here too. You got the animal guardian. Trust your instincts. And there's an owl right there. You got all that wisdom, honey. You got all them gifts. I know you're spiritual. I feel it. So trust those instincts. What you're doing is right. I feel like you know what you're doing is right. And you're taking that reset button and taking that extra time for you. And I feel like, ooh, I just got chills again. I feel like Spirit is saying that give yourself a little more time to go through that reset, and you'll know by the end of it when you're ready to open up more and, you know, give more to others and give, you know, to whomever. But right now, I think that reset is for you, and to trust your instincts and give to yourself. And I think, you know, if you also save some of that space for you, that you will also go through and, what's the word I want to use? Um, mm, Lack of words. Wow. Come on, Spirit. I feel like, how do I put this? I feel like so much of your energy, I think, gets like I almost, okay, Spirit, I got it. Like I just got shown, how to put this? I got shown like you got like this bright light, but it's like zooming out, like going like 3 different directions, like here, here, and here. So, and I feel like even maybe for you, you feel like you get divided into three, if that makes sense. And it's like Spirit is saying, like to me, to stop dividing yourself up into three and, save, you know, give to, this person or, this group of people, but, stop like leaving yourself like one third of yourself. Like, cause I feel like when you do that, you're left like with just like a shell and you're just drained of all that energy. And, that because you get drained so much, then you get pushed into survival mode and then you're trying to like you're forcing yourself to put like one foot in front of the other. And I feel like that's like a challenge for you at times because of giving so much, so many, or to so many different things. So I think spirit's trying to tell me to tell you that you need to go through and focus more on like putting up boundaries. That's the word I was looking for. I think you need to put up better boundaries and with other people and different things, whatever those projects, gifts you have, but also, just put up boundaries for yourself. Even put up, extra protection for you to keep other people's energy out so you don't get drained so much. I hope that makes sense, sweetheart. I just got chills again. Whew. All right, Spirit. I might give us, let's see. No, I just did that. Of course I would. You do this again, Spirit. Can you please, like, give me one card? Let me shuffle these cards right. You have? Okay. Well, that's good. Keep doing that, sweetheart. You're doing it right. Boundaries are good. Alright. Let's see what Spirit wants to say to you at this. And doggone it. I meant to pull up. I'm right. My angel number cards are right here. I meant to pull one out for one too. I have to do that next time. Alright, my beautiful lady. It says, if you are noticing changes within yourself, it's because you are leaving the old version of yourself behind. You are elevating and shedding unnecessary layers. Old cycles are ending, and new beginnings are on the horizon. You deserve this new chapter. And I think that goes with what I was saying, sweetheart. I feel like with you, all right, Spirit, stop. I feel like with you, you are starting to shed almost like that old skin of yours, like that old person, because like Spirit just showed me like old like leathered skin that's just been just worn and taken to the ringer, like someone who has been out in the sun a lot and that's just kind of like, you know, dried out their skin, but they're but like figuratively saying to me like that's how you felt, and it's that old skin that's breaking away now and new fresher skin's coming to the surface now that you are setting up those boundaries and putting more of that time and attention into you, and as you said, hitting that reset button. And I think everything that you want now is coming towards you. That's what I feel like for you, sweetheart. That you are focusing in the right direction now. Now that you've kind of taken that time and, looked at everything and said, okay, it's not so much about me, but it's also like, okay, I still gotta, love me here over here too. I want to love you or I want to give to you, but I still kind of save that extra space for me too. So that's what I'm picking up for you, sweetheart. I hope this resonates and I hope it helps. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. You're welcome, Ange. Let me not break my desk now. Try not lean on it too much. Really nice cards. No, thank you, Ramon. You don't want a reading, Ramon? Are you afraid I'm gonna tap too much into your energy, sweetheart? Ramon's scared. You scared, Ramon? I appreciate you too, sweetheart. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. Go for it. Are you not scared? Okay, Ramon. I'll read for you. Y'all read for me a lot. I don't mind reading for y'all. Move all my stuff over here. Are the angels gonna tell me you're a bad boy? Yes, Fiona, I'll do you too, sweetheart. Let's see what angel you get. Sorry, I keep hitting this table hard. Sometimes I got a rough touch, but I don't know if that's just from me, like, because I'm used to, like, picking up heavy things or throwing a 12-pound bowling ball. I think that's where it comes from. Right, spirits, what is it that Ramon needs to hear for his highest good? Please and thank you. Ramon is a bad boy. Oh, they know already? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they're fixing to tell me some secrets, huh? Ooh, Ramon, you got the Archangel Gabriel. Divine emergence. It's time to be seen. Don't be afraid of your power and gifts. Ooh. You got some gifts and power, Ramon, you've been hiding from us? If you do, it's time to let them out. It's time for the world to see the real you. I mean, even the bad boy side, too. I mean, we can all handle that. I feel like you do have some special gifts there that you're keeping it close to your chest. That's what I feel. I feel like, not that you're questioning it, but I think you might even have, doubts every now and then. It's like, no, that can't be true, or no, that's too far-fetched. It's kind of like what I get. I mean, I even feel like for you, Ramon, I feel like you might even be a precognitive, is what I'm getting. Like, I feel like you do either get kind of like me in that sense where you get um warnings in your dreams, or you know things before they happen sometimes, and you sometimes question how is it that you know, or how is that possible, but I feel like you do get that. Another white orb. Oh wow, Ange. So I think it's time for you to come out though and share more of your gifts, because I do feel like you are have that magnetic power within you. And Spirit's saying it's time for you to come out more and share it. And I know you're also a very creative and very talented poet. And I told you, I said, when are you gonna publish your book? Because I want a copy. behind that. And I feel drawn to that poetry too. Like, I feel like Spirit's kind of like nudging you here and saying, you know, you got great talent there too. It's, you know, time for the world to see it, you know, publish that book or whatever creative endeavor that you want to do with it. I know you had mentioned it before, so I feel like you need to go for it, Ramon. I think it's time. Spirit's saying it's time. Hope that makes sense for you. All right, let me get my other cards here. Yes, he is. Yes, that is a beautiful card. I'm sorry, Diane. I meant to put it up closer. Beautiful. I do like this one too. I think it's beautiful. All right. Let's see. Let me move this back over here. Oh, I guess I should take a sip of this too. All right. Ramon's quiet now. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's good or bad. No, you're welcome, honey. I got a couple more cards for you. Don't go nowhere. Hang in there. Hold on, Ramon. Sorry, I didn't mean to bang it against the desk again. All right, spirits, what is it that Ramon needs to know for his greatest good, please, and thank you. Ooh, no, I love this card too. You got winter. Take care of your needs. And here's the wolf. Wolf. I didn't even say that right the first time. Take care of your needs. I know you do give a lot of yourself to others. You do spend a lot of time, you know, creating. You know, you're a great creator. Like I said, you're very talented. And I do know you do put a lot of your time and energy into your channel. And I think that from others, even in like your relationships, that you've been given more to others, but I think you also need to be more given to yourself and make sure your needs are getting met too, and not just focusing on others' needs, but also focus on your needs too. I hope this makes sense, honey. I love that card. I love wolves though too. All right, I'm gonna pull one more. Pull one of these for you, Ramon. Move this out of the way. Beautiful people. I've been on here for an hour and a half. It doesn't feel like it. Alright, spirits. One message for Ramon, please. Thank you. Feels wow. I'm sorry, honey. Have you been giving more of your time to him? Like trying to reach out to him? Like, do you feel like because you're like, you've been trying to reach out to him, but he's not reaching back to you? Is that how I'm reading that? Like, has he just been too busy? He or she been too busy to kind of put more time and attention into y'all's friendship, like what you're needing? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. That's not good. Especially a best friend. You're not supposed to treat your friends that way. But a best friend, too. I hate that for you, honey. I'm sorry. Well, make sure your needs are getting met. If he or she is not reaching out to you, Ramon, sometimes you just gotta let them go and send them with love and light. And, maybe there's something going on with them right now that they can't reach out or be as attentive to the friendship as you would like, but maybe they'll come back later, you know. And I think they will if you just give it a little bit of time. Maybe, just kind of reserve yourself and your energy back and see what happens, May, I'm not saying don't try and call him or her, but what I'm saying is just don't put as much of your energy into hoping that they'll be there or reach out, and just kind of like, I guess, like the saying, like what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's kind of like what I'm picking up. And maybe they just need to like miss you for a while, miss your absence, and realize that you're missing, that they have that void. And I think once they do, they'll come back and put more time and attention into your friendship. So I hope that helps and makes sense. And this last card I got for you, Ramon, it says, where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. We all do get busy. And I know it's tough sometimes to keep in contact with all our loved ones. And I do get that. I do understand that very much. And that's a long friendship for a long time. Yeah. Well, hopefully he won't be as busy here soon, and he'll reach out, and maybe y'all be able to get together, and catch up. Because I know, like, for me, like, because I'm in Georgia, but I was born in California, and all my family, practically, at least 99% of them, are in California, and they don't reach out. And if I hear from them, it will be like during a holiday. Oh, excuse me. It will be like a holiday, like Christmas and my birthday. I'll get a card from them, in the mail, but they don't call me. Um, if I want to talk to them, I gotta call them. It's just that I don't know how to explain it with my family. I love them, but I know they're really busy too. Like, even though they're like they're retired, but they're raising still like teenage boys. Well, one of them I think is in college, the other one's getting ready to be in college. So they've been raising these two boys that's not their children, and these are my aunts. But I know they still love me, and I know that they're thinking of me, and I know that if I hear from them Christmas and my birthday, I know they're okay. But it's my fault too for not flying home to visit them either. So that's on me, and I take responsibility for that. So um could they come visit me too? Yeah, they probably could. They don't. It's always been me going home to see them. But I think that's kind of like an Asian thing too. That's my Asian side of family. to where it's like the younger generation goes home and, you know, um, meets them and does all those things instead of them coming to you, that kind of thing. So, but I think with this, Ramon, I think you got to stop comparing yourself to others. Are you being too hard on yourself? Because you know what, Ramon, I think you're a great person and I love your energy, and I enjoy watching you, I enjoy, listening to you, and you have all that knowledge. It's like, I think you've heard me, compare you to the Hierophant before, and that's how I see you. I see you as the Hierophant with all that knowledge, and knowledge to me is power. So I don't think, you got to stop comparing yourself to others and just focus on what you know. And I know you're a seeker of knowledge. That's the other thing I pick up. Oh, thank you, honey. So, but I think you are a better person. And I think, working on yourself more each day, being that better you today, and then you'll be the better you tomorrow. Because I think you still got a lot to offer the world with all the knowledge and your energy and your love. And you just have a lot of, um, I get like a lot of passion from you too for like what you do. Like especially on YouTube. I feel that come across through the screen when I watch you and hear you like explain things and go into detail, whether it's giving readings or like some of your educational videos. I've watched a couple of them and they're very, very good. There's a lot of knowledge there. I think you got a lot, Ramon, and I think you need to understand that and stop being so hard on yourself. I hope this resonates, honey. I hope it helps. And Miss Ange, yes, my beautiful lady. I'm a mutt. I'm a Heinz 57. I'm um I'm Japanese, Hawaiian, or Polynesian, whichever word you want to use. English, Irish, and Scandinavian. So my dad was Japanese and Hawaiian, and my mom was English, Irish, and Scandinavian. They both have passed. So my mama was a dirty blonde, actually. It's kind of funny. I know, and she made me. I don't know how that happened. No, I'm just kidding. I look like my dad is all. So, but yeah, that's my nationality. I favor my dad though. I think I got my mama's colored eyes or pretty close because you may not be able to see here, but I got like someone calls them honey glazed brown is the color of my eyes, and my mama's were like a, a little bit darker shade brown. They weren't like a golden brown, but they were brown, not dark, almost black like some people's eyes can be. Mine are more on the lighter side. And then if I were to stand out in the sun, see, my hair looks black in here, and it is black, but when I stand out in the sun, you will see all the red and the brown in my hair. So that's where you can see the Irish feisty side of me come out. At least that's what I say, so. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. You're making me blush. You got some Irish too? Oh, yeah, honey. I definitely got some Irish. In fact, my grandma was a redhead. And I got an aunt and uncle, my mom's brother and sister, who are twins. And my aunt is a redhead, and she has blue eyes. Yes, honey, I'm coming to you. I got you next, Miss Fiona. I didn't forget you, Miss Fiona. So, but yeah, and I got a baby brother with blonde hair and blue eyes. He's my half blood, but he's still my brother. My baby brother, no, baby brother at that. Oh, wow, Fiona, that's beautiful. All right, spirits. What message do you have for Miss Fiona? Please and thank you for her highest good. I need to get something else to lay on this desk. I don't like when I hit it and it clicks like that. So I apologize, y'all. All right, Miss Fiona. You got the Archangel Raphael. Clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently to initiate healing and experience wholeness. Clarity of vision. Miss Fiona, I get, because this card makes me feel like you are an empath. I feel like you are an empath, and I also feel like you are like a healer, like spirit is telling me like you could do like Reiki healing, like energy healing. And I feel like because you're an empath, that spirit is even telling me that's like something you may want to look into if you don't already do that. And that because you're an empath, you naturally, like other empaths, you pick up on other people's emotions naturally. So, like if they're in pain, you would automatically know that just, being next to them. And you can take your energy and the positive healing energy you got and put it into someone else to help them heal and make them feel better. I hope that makes sense. Hi, Miss Amanda. Yes, Miss Fiona, that would be why, honey. Impasse, okay, like, oh yeah, we did have this chat the other day. Um, like, I'm an empath. I'm very sensitive to other people's emotions, and it doesn't matter whether you're next to me in the same room, or if I'm talking to you on the phone, or even I can feel it through a computer screen. As crazy as that sounds, there's sometimes when I notice that I'll be on one of these lives and I can kind of feel that person's energy. I can kind of feel like the kind of person they are. I can feel the light of them, but I can also sometimes feel the dark side of them, and I can also feel like even if someone didn't like me, I would know naturally. But being out in public, honey, I haven't tried to tap into you like that. I mean, I could. Um, but being out in public, it's I made a video about this. You may have to go and watch it. I don't know. It talks about an empath and clairsentience. And I went through it in there, but I'll just tell you briefly. I talk about how I have to protect my energy sometimes because like, in crowds, like because I shoot pool, that's a very crowded place. And I know I can pick up on everyone else's energy in that pool hall. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. And um I have to kind of like put not just that bubble, but I kind of have to put like a tornado of light around me to kind of help recharge me, but to also put some of that healing energy out into the environment to kind of help calm it down is what I have to do to kind of help me recharge me, but to kind of keep other people's energy away. Some people though, in public, it gets hard, and there's like crystals you can use. Um, I know that people have written many books, about crystals and their different uses, and You know, you can read some of those books and it'll say one crystal does this and another crystal does that. And I think, you know, to some degree, it's right to a certain point, but I don't believe it's right for everyone. I don't believe it's like that one size fits all kind of thing. I think, you know, you could do good by getting some crystals though, and get the ones that you feel drawn to though. You know, don't just take, you know, someone else's word for it. More or less, you know, look at all the crystals, go into one of those stores and see what, you know, you feel drawn to. But I would suggest to at least get some black tourmaline, black obsidian. Those crystals are good for like keeping out negative energy. At least it helps me. And then some of the other crystals out there you can get that kind of will help, you know, bring in some of that positive energy too. So I hope that makes sense, honey. And then I'll pull one of these cards and this other one too. Hey, honey. You're preaching to the choir, honey. I think all of us that are in on this live right now in this chat understands exactly that. None of us, we're not normal. What is normal? Exactly. I don't know what normal is. Honey, I'm just me. And, you know, and I said this in one of my other videos the other day, it's like, I don't allow the world to define me. You know, I define me. And then I show the world who I am. And, you know, they can either like it or leave it. I mean, that's on them, though. That's, that's how I see it. You know, I don't try and be anyone but me. And I don't try, and I don't allow other people to tell me who I'm supposed to be, you know. And I don't try to live up to other people's standards either. I have my own that I live up to, and that's good enough for me. It may not be good enough for others, but it's good enough for me. So, all right, beautiful. What card do you want to give to Miss Fiona for her highest good, please, and thank you. Yes, exactly, Ange. Fiona, look up, Ange is right, but look up Google Psychic Shields. If you Google Psychic Shields, there's a lot of websites out there, and you know, they got some good information. And it will go through all the different types of shields and what they're used for. And that might be able to help you there. So I think that if you look on there, a lot of it might make sense to you. But I would also, Fiona, I would also research empath. See if that makes sense. Like what you know it describes as an empath. See if that makes sense to you, if it resonates. Because you could very well even be clairsentient, which is similar to an empath, but they're still distinctly different. Hi, Miss Amanda. Hi, beautiful. Yeah, chakras. Ooh, I just got to chill again. Sorry. Miss Amanda, you're good at them chakras though, sweetheart. I don't have any of those cards you got. All right, Miss Fiona. The card I got for you is the Traveler. This is the second time I got tonight. Move in a new direction. And I think, you know, for you, you got to move into that direction of protecting yourself, protecting your energy. Try not to absorb so much of others' energy, you know, around you, whether, you know, that's at home or out in public. Because even at home as an empath, like, and Ange could probably, speak for this too. You go through and you can be very sensitive to watching certain things on TV, like, you don't like to watch like maybe horror, like people getting like slaughtered and all that, and you're very sensitive to, animals being abused or, even, like children especially. But like if you were to see those commercials on TV, that has, asking for help for animals and, shelters at the Humane Society and all that who've been abused, like you can't watch that because it gets to you and it makes you emotional. And I think, that if you go through and practice grounding and if you practice that energy shielding, I think you will move into a new direction. And I think that you will feel a lot better. And I think it'll calm down your anxiety. Because I do understand what you mean by talking about you have bad anxiety going out in, public and being around crowds because you are absorbing all of that information, all of, those emotions. And you kind of got to level yourself out, sweetheart, and try not to, how do I put this? Like for me, when I first realized I was an empath and I was in my, early mid 20s, I kind of had to shield myself a lot from people until I kind of adjusted to being around all those people and seeing how their emotions affect me and how I go through and can absorb them. Like I'll give you an example of this. I went through and I went to a relative's house. And that relative, I love them to death. And, they're a good person. They have a good soul and everything. But I know they worry a lot. I also know that they do suffer with anxiety and depression. And, they're very happy and bubbly and, love to laugh. And I love to hear them laugh. I really do. Their laugh is very infectious. And they're very playful. But, when they're going through, the hard struggles and challenges that we all go through in life, they get really down on themselves. So like, that bubbly, happy, energy that they have comes all the way down here. And sometimes when I've been around them, I feel it right away. And I have to like take a deep breath and kind of like lean back some because I realized I'm starting to pick up some of their emotions and I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel that sadness, that depressed, that worry, all those, negative emotions. And so, and I love spending time with them, but sometimes I know when they're going through that I can't spend a long time with them. Like I might only be able to be there for maybe an hour, maybe two, and otherwise I get drained. And then I have to make myself go stand outside to kind of like catch my breath and, charge me before I step back, into the room with them because I know I'm going to get drained again. But then there's those times too that it's too much to where I have to leave and I have to find a reason to get up and leave and say, I'm sorry, I gotta go because it's a lot, and then I get exhausted, and then I go home, and I just wanna take a nap because I have to recharge my batteries, and it's hard. It's hard trying to balance, both, and I get that. I really do. So, you just gotta figure out how to really protect yourself, Fiona, and really, don't take on others people's emotions, and sweetheart, let me tell you something. Don't apologize to people, that don't understand you, or if you are going through one of those rough times where you might get around someone who is going through a struggle or maybe they're, dealing with depression and they're in that low moment at that point, send them love and light, and tell them you're thinking of them, but you know Do not be afraid to say, but I just, I love you, but I got something I gotta do. I gotta, take care of, myself too. And I'm not saying you have to tell them that you're an empath, because I know, most people who know me personally in real life have no idea I have all these psychic abilities because I've kept it to myself. If they watch me on here, if they come across me, I mean, yeah, I guess they know now. It's like, hello, surprise. But, I don't try to explain myself to people in that way. Um, and I don't feel like you should have to either. You just gotta, focus on you, figure out how to keep, other people, especially the negative, low vibrational energy out. But you may find if you get around a group of people that are very happy, that are positive, you will absorb that energy, and that can be so good too. But at the same time, sometimes too much can also be draining. So it's that inner balance of trying to find. So, but I think if you figure that out, you'll find yourself going in a new direction. I think all that, your anxiety will calm down a lot. Because I think a lot of your anxiety is coming from exactly being an empath, which makes sense. It's understandable. You can ask, all the empaths, the same thing, and they'll tell you the same thing, as I'm saying that they have to pull back. And yes, they do get anxious, and it's a hard battle. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. And even with those times when you do go through that, you know, Fiona, sometimes you gotta also talk to people. Don't be afraid to ask for help, going through those bad times. I know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not, any kind of medical professional, but I do think it helps to go to a therapist and, when you are going through those low moments that can kind of help recenter you and reground you and give you a different perspective of, how, you're approaching things and, what you're going through and maybe even some triggers. For some reason, Spirit's telling me that there's certain triggers that can trigger on, you know, some of your depressed moods and anxiety, not just absorbing people's emotions, but I'm hearing triggers. So you may want to talk to someone about that if that makes sense. No, honey, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it's good that you came out of that depression, though. And I know that makes a huge difference, but anxiety, yeah, I understand. I do. I do, honey. So I hope that resonates, and I'm going to pull you one of these other cards real quick and see what other message Spirit wants to tell you. Alright. Spirits, please can you give me a card to help Miss Fiona for her highest good, please, and thank you. Try to be gentle. I'm going to find something to put on this table. Okay. Miss Fiona, what I got for you, sweetheart, says, be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception, and that's on them. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power. I pulled this. I pulled this card. This is the second time tonight I pulled this card. Because I think I pulled this for Ramon. And, sweetheart, I'm telling you, don't make a... And this is for everyone, y'all. Don't make people try and like you and love you and understand you, You are your beautiful, unique self for a reason. The right people who are meant to be in your life, who will love you, Appreciate all the magic you have. Even, the not so good parts of us, our flaws, because we all have them. You will have those right people. Don't make the wrong ones try and love you and like you and accept you and see things the same way you do, because not everyone's going to, and they're not going to understand. And for some, I also say this, for some they don't, it's not that they can't understand, it's that they haven't lived it themselves to understand. And, so no matter what you say to them and try and, explain it to make them understand, they're just not going to ever understand until they actually go through it themselves to understand. So, honey, that's what I got for you, sweetheart. I hope that makes sense, honey. I hope this helps. And that's what I got for you, Miss Fiona. Well, thank you for supporting me, Miss Heather. I wanted to read for you. I didn't know if you were still here or not. I appreciate your love and support, Miss Heather. Thank you so much, beautiful. Yeah, and it's 12 o'clock. I've been on here for 2 hours and don't feel like it at all. Oh, well, I'm glad, Fiona. I'm glad to hear that, honey. I hope it helps. I really do. I just want to help y'all. You got it, Ramon. I know I know we still gotta schedule the in orbit, yes, and do an insomnia tarot. I'll do one with y'all. I'd love to, Ramon. I would love to do a live with all of y'all. Y'all have been so loving and welcoming to me. It means so much to me. I feel the love. It's so humbling. Y'all's love and opening y'all's arms to me and heart and time and space. It means the world to me. Thank you so very, very much. No, Heather, you're gonna make me blush. All y'all gonna make me blush in here. Y'all better knock it off. And then y'all gonna make my head swell. We can't have that. No, I'm kidding. Yes, it is, honey. It's hard to be in that, rough place. And you know what? Full disclosure, my beautiful people. Um, I did go through a little bit of depression myself. I went through it when I was grieving my mom, especially, but I also went through it when I was battling my back. Um, and I made a video about that. And it was a 4-year battle, 4 long years. I went to so many doctors to fix my back after a bad car accident. And I did go through that depression. I mean, I was fighting it, but I had to pull myself out, and I couldn't allow, that negative energy to bring me all the way down. I still had to find that balance in between and deal with my emotions, now let me tell you, when I felt sad, when, I was angry or getting down on myself, I dealt with those emotions. I did. But when I was done, I put them away and I went back to, being, the other person that people most know me for, as they say, happy go lucky, but serious and strong and a fighter. And I had to be that fighter. So I do understand it, Miss Fiona. I really do, honey. Oh, Miss Heather, I would love that too, beautiful. And I'll come to that too. I promise. I will. I'll join you and Nancy. I'm going to make a list of all these shows I got to come to now. But I will. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I love y'all. Y'all gonna make me blush over here now. Miss T. Lynn, do you want a reading, sweetheart? And Miss Heather, if you want to stay up for a minute, I'll give you a reading, sweetheart, because I wanted to read for you, like I said, but I didn't know if you were still here. Yes, they can. They can really change you. Yes, she will, Miss T. Lynn. Fiona, you will be much better. Arm wrestle Ramon. Now that I gotta see. See, I want to zoom on that. I gotta watch that, and I'm gonna put a bet on there who's gonna win. Miss T. Lynn, I will do one for you, sweetheart. I have no problem. I don't have to go anywhere. I'll be here, I promise. But let me do Miss Heather first, because I know she wants to go to bed. I know she's had a long day. And then I'll get to you if that's okay, Miss T. Lynn. Arm wrestle. Yes, I want to see that. I really do. I'm going to put a bet on that. I would put a bet on that. See, listen to me, the little shark hustler I am. I think Ange wants a piece of that too. All right, Miss Beautiful Heather. Let's see. The angel's going to tell me you've been bad and good. They're going to tell me you got some hidden skeletons in your closet. All right, spirits, please give me a card for Miss Heather for her highest good. And please and thank you. I need to do that right. Let's see. All right, Miss Heather. Beautiful Heather. Love your poetry too. I do. I know I'm not going to say this right. Haniel? That's not right. Ramon, help me out. Haniel. I know I didn't say that right. That's the archangel I got for you, Miss Heather. Embraced by love. Let love reach where it has never reached before. Ooh. And I think you got all that love, sweetheart. And I think you can reach so many places. I know you're right now, you're reaching people. I know your channel is growing a lot. I know it's growing a lot, actually. And you got a lot of love to share. All that beautiful poetry, that creativity. And I hear you're a painter, too. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see that. I can't paint. I can't draw. If you see my drawing, I got my little journal, you'd laugh at me. But I believe you got so much love and light to share. I believe you got even just a ball of energy still deep within that needs to come out. I feel like you need to trust and believe in you more. Because I feel like you do have allow those shadows of doubt come in to where you may question, even excuse me, even, maybe even doing a reading here or there, you're not sure exactly, but I know, Heather. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I won't put my creativity down. But you are a beautiful light. And I love your light. I love your energy and I love your readings. And I do think you got all that love still to share with the world. And, bring in new people. Heather has spoken. Yeah, she has spoken, hasn't she? Embraced by love. I think a lot of people love you, honey. You're a beautiful angel to love. There's so much beauty about you. Yes, Heather. We all are beautiful, creative beings. You're right. Yes, she is, Ramon. You are. And I think so many people embrace you. I think so many people are drawn to you because you have all that love and all that creativity. Your poetry, your artistry. I know you talk about your artistry all the time. And I think people are loving it. I think, you need to continue on doing that too. And I know you got more creative ideas in that head of yours that you hadn't let anybody know about yet, because that's what Spirit just told me too. So Spirit's going to tell me a little secret, Miss Heather. No, I'm kidding. But you're a ball of light with all your artistry and a ball of love. And a lot of people love you, honey. You don't believe that. That's what I'm also hearing too. You don't believe people love you or care about you, but they do. They really do love you and appreciate you, honey. Oh, I know, honey. Yeah. And it's being that sensitive side too of you. You are sensitive. Because I know you're a Pisces moon. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. And that's that Pisces. You hurt, especially when you feel like you've hurt those people that you love. I do feel that too. So I understand that. But you are a beautiful light of love. So much love to give, and people want to give that love back to you. So embrace it, sweetheart. Embrace all the love and the admiration people have to show you for your creativity, your artistry, your readings, all of that. And all the other things that, even us here on YouTube don't know that you do, with your man and, your family and friends. They embrace all of that. I think sometimes you get in your head, though. I think sometimes you doubt yourself and you're afraid to share some of those parts of you still, even with the people closest to you. That's also what Spirit just said to me. I hope that resonates, sweetheart. Oh, honey, Miss Heather, beautiful lady. I know what you're talking about. And you know what? You apologized, honey. Okay? And, I understand what you mean. I do. I do. And I know, like me, I can, when I get mad, and you might be able to, say this too, that, if someone really hurts me and digs deep, I can be cutthroat. And I know that's not what happened tonight, but just hear me out. And I don't mean to be. And I gotta, that's another reason why I gotta sometimes walk away. But even like, when, we do something that's non-intentional, like what you're talking about, I know you didn't mean to do that, honey. But, people get hurt, and but I think, all of us have done that where we do things that it's not intentional. We're not trying to hurt other people's feelings, or maybe we say something the wrong way, or it comes out wrong, or it gets perceived the wrong way, and it ends up hurting someone's feelings. And, I think, we got to give ourselves a little more compassion, because I think that, this is something my parents always told me when I was young. Like, I remember them specifically saying to me that they rather someone be honest and tell them the truth than to lie to them. Even if that truth, hurts them or pisses them off, as they put it. They would rather get the truth, because at the end of the day, they're going to respect you more for that, for being honest, than to sit there and flat out lie to them, or, or how some people will say sugarcoat. you know, and I'm not saying sugarcoat, like, but you understand what I'm saying, you know, you you try and be truthful, but not be so cutthroat. That's for lack of a better word, I think. I'm not done, sweetheart. I got one more card for you, honey. Actually, two. I didn't give you one of these cards yet. Unless you want to go, honey. Because I know you're tired. You just tell me, honey. You want to go, sweetheart, or you want me to give you a couple more cards? You tell me, honey. Okay. I'll pull them real quick. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to run my mouth the whole time here. I apologize. So, spirits, one more shuffle, please. Give me the card for Miss Heather for her greatest good. Thank you. All right. Air Guardian. Ooh, this is a beautiful card too. Shift your perception. Wow. I think this is kind of what we were just talking about too. Sometimes people have to shift their perception, and you know, even for us, you know, being Pisces, you know, being water placements, as you said, sometimes we got to look at it. I think of like the hangman energy. Like we have to like look at it from one side, but also look at it from this angle and then this angle. Because I know that's what I do, at least. So I think, you know, you got to, you know, change your perception of how, you know, you see, you know, like what happened earlier. You know, you said you were sorry and it was unintentional, honey. And that's what you got to remember. You got to be more loving and more compassionate to yourself. I hope that makes sense, honey. But work on shifting your perception, seeing things from a different angle. And I think sometimes that'll help ground you too. Yeah, I remember you saying you were a Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius. Yeah. Oh, you're an Aries rising too, like me. Yeah. You're double fiery. Whew. Remind me not to make you mad, Miss Heather. She gonna throw them fireballs at me if I was to make her mad. Especially with the Pisces in there. Whew. Honey, let me tell you, because I know all about being a Pisces. And Pisces, you get us, man. It's gonna be a bad day. All right, beautiful. I'm gonna pull one more card for you, and then you can go, honey. Okay. I hope I made you laugh. I'm trying, Miss Heather, to make you laugh, sweetheart. That fiery ball. No, I'm not taking that, spirit. Let's go. Give me a card, please. One for Miss Heather's highest good. Do it this way, the way I've been doing it. Right. All right, Miss Heather. Miss Beautiful Heather, the card I got for you says, you are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory information that is coming your way. Trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want your life to take. Ooh, this reminds me, I know just, you know, from us being, you know, at your lives and everything. I appreciate you too, honey. And I love you, sweetheart, Miss Heather. I do. I feel, you know, like I know there's been a lot of stress and anxiety with you. I know from, you know, what, you know, you have shared with your friendship and, you know, what happened and now trying to want to make that move that I know you're talking about moving and you know, I think you're trying to look at everything like putting all your ducks in a row, kind of like and like re-examining it all to making sure that it feels exactly right and it's the right timing for you. And I feel like even with some of the confusing things that are that might be entering your mind, I feel like that's like that reminds me kind of like the Eight of Swords energy. Like you're overthinking it. And I think that might be causing you some confusion. If I can talk right, forgive me. I think it's causing some confusion and to where you second guess yourself. But I think, you know, the plans that you have made for you and what you're wanting to achieve, I think it's going to turn out right for you, honey. Just trust yourself. Put all those doubts aside and trust you. You are strongly in tune. You are strongly connected. You have a strong intuition and other gifts in there. So listen to that. Spirit's wanting you to listen to them more. And don't second guess it and don't doubt it. Don't overthink it, is what they just said. I hope this resonates, honey. I hope it makes sense for you too. I love you, honey. Miss Sweet Heather. No, honey. I know, you know, I think we all do, though. Yeah, I get that. I do. Yeah, we all do, don't we? There's a lot going on, sweetheart. There's a lot going on in my life that I haven't even talked about yet. I think it would probably surprise a lot of people. But, you know, I still keep putting one foot in front of the other. And I still keep a positive mindset, you know, because like even for me, I always say, and listen, this is my own advice, and even I gotta, you know, reset myself and say to myself, it's like, you know, you gotta take your own advice and listen. So like when I get worried about things or I'm stressing, like, you know, how is this gonna work out? How's that gonna work out? You know, I have to always remind myself, well, I remind myself of two things. One, I have to remind myself that everything's going to work out perfectly in my favor. And that's one of the things you got to remember. Everything's going to work out perfectly in your favor, just like being the magician. Manifest what you want, create it, put it into reality. And then the other thing I always got to remind myself is I got to be grateful. Grateful for not just the big things, but the little things and always, you know, go through and, um, you know, even if I feel like, you know, like say if I feel like I'm lacking something, you know, I try and reassess and it's like, you know, well, but you still have this, you know, you've got a roof over your head, you got food on the table, you know, got a place, you know, to take a hot shower and, you know, I got my health and, you know, and I'm loved and, you know, so I'm okay. You know, it may not be the big, beautiful world I have created, you know, dreamed in my mind, you know, that I want, the goals I set, but I still remind myself of those things, of what I have here in the present. And that helps me to refocus and to not look so much at the lack. So I hope that makes sense, sweetheart. And I hope it helps. And honey, Miss Heather, Beautiful Heather. You ever need someone to talk to, sweetheart? Email me, honey. I'll even give you my number and you can text me or call me. Whatever you feel comfortable if you want to. So you can reach out to me, honey. I'll talk to you. I'll be a good listening ear for you. You're a beautiful light, Miss Heather. And thank you for my reading tonight, too. I loved it. You're welcome, Heather. Thank you for everything you've done for me. All of y'all. Thank you so much. I hope you get some sleep, Miss Heather. Yes, reach out to us if you need to, Heather. And I did put my email. I'm 99% sure my email is on this in the description box. You can double check, but I do believe I did put it there. So if you want to reach out, honey, you can. Please do. Don't hesitate to reach out to me, honey. All right, Miss T. Lynn. I'm going to put one of these cards back. Hello, Amanda. And sweet dreams, Heather. I know I'll be seeing you, what, tomorrow? Because you and Nancy got y'all show tomorrow night, right? Right? Yeah, it's Sunday. Well, it's Monday now. At least it's Monday for me. Yes. Are you ready, Miss T. Lynn? Thank y'all so much for being here with me. I love y'all. Thank you. It means a lot to me that y'all are here. Okay, Miss T. Lynn. Our spirit's gonna tell me, the angels and spirit's gonna tell me you've been over there whipping on some boy. Oh, what are they gonna tell me? Are you the class clown back in school? Playing jokes on people. Alright, spirits, please give me a card for Miss T. Lynn for her highest good. Thank you. Oh, hi, Miss Bora Bora. Yes, Miss T. Lynn, you over there whipping up on some boy? Making him fall in love with you? Is that what the spirit's gonna tell me? Hi, Miss Bora Bora. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, no, this is beautiful. Miss T. Lynn, the archangel I got is Amethyst Metamorphosis. You are in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. Ooh, deep transformation. I feel like, and this card's gorgeous. I love this card. I love Amethyst too. This card I got for you, sweetheart. I feel like you've been, how do I put this? Spirit just told me, like, you got a portal. Like, you're getting, like, information from, like, a portal. Like, even, like, maybe you are, traveling in your, like, in your sleep, like, astral travel, but, I feel like you've been doing a lot of astral travel, I guess. That's what I'm getting. And You keep going in and out of that vortex, astral travel. And I think you're bringing back a lot of information that, whether you realize it or not, you know, when you wake up or if you don't remember that, you know, you astral travel. But I get that you've been doing a lot of this in your sleep. And Spirit's giving you a lot of information, a lot of powerful information that will help you. Oh, Miss Bora Bora, you reminded me? Yes, ma'am. I've been on for 2.5 hours now, yes. Because I don't know how to shut up. Yes, I have been. I'm a night owl, though. And see, I got this. This helps. Miss T. Lynn, I feel like you've been doing a lot of astral travel. And I feel like you've been getting a lot of information and it's been transforming for you. And I think that if you don't remember you're doing it, I think throughout your day, you're getting like little pieces of it. Like you get like a sudden thought that you're like, oh, why does it sound familiar? Almost kind of like deja vu is what I'm getting for you, sweetheart. And but this is beautiful. A deep vortex of transformation. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh well, this is confirmation, Miss T. Lynn. You are. I'm getting from spirit. You are astral traveling. So, and you're doing it in your sleep, doing it a lot. Is what I'm getting. And I think we all do it though, but I think we just, most of us don't remember. Like I said, I've done it. I remember twice doing it, but mine was more of like an out of body. Like I didn't even go anywhere. I just stayed like where I was at in my house. I'm not brave like a lot of other people that want to go outside and get in someone's car. I heard someone tell me they did one time. It's like, what? No, I'm not brave like that, but I believe you are getting a lot of information that way. And you don't think you're remembering it, but I think you are. You're just not remembering it when you first wake up. But throughout your day and maybe even throughout the week, you're getting like fragments of it. And you're using it, you're applying it in your life. That's what Spirit's telling me right now. So, all right, Miss T. Lynn. I'm going to pull one of these cards and then one of these other ones for you, sweetheart. Let me go this way. Oh, maybe not. That didn't work. Oh, yeah, oh, wow. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I can see that. And I know what you're talking about, too, because I've seen something like that a few times, actually. In fact, what's crazy is, as you mentioned that, is that I've seen something like that not that long ago. But I wasn't, like, praying to, like, Archangel Michael or anyone. It just appeared. But I do know what you're talking about. And it's crazy that you mentioned it looking like fireflies because that's probably the best description I can come up with to tell people what orbs look like, or at least the gold ones. They look like fireflies or lightning bugs. Some people call them fireflies, others call them lightning bugs. But, you know, if you want to know what an orb, like a gold orb looks like, that's what it looks like. That's about the closest thing I can give you of like a visual image. But I see orbs every day, multiple times a day, in different colors. All right, can you please give me a card for her highest good? Thank you. But all them orbs you're seeing, honey, that's good. That's good energy. Those gold ones are good. And those would be more like your spirit guides and angels. Really? I didn't know that. But I've never been to Washington either. Ooh, the moon. And this kind of goes with what I was saying about this. Like, with the astral travel, you get the moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. And I do think you are getting those intuitive messages while you're sleeping in like astral travel. But I do also feel like you are getting them awake, like not just from like pulling them in from like, when you astral travel. I feel like spirit is there in your ear telling you things too. And I just think you may not be paying as much attention as you should. So spirit saying to pay closer attention to those intuitive messages that you're getting, to trust your intuition. Trust it. Your intuition won't guide you wrong. And just trust and listen to it. Okay, beautiful. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to pull one of these cards from the Spirit Message Oracle deck for you. Oh, wow. Yeah, for me, when I see orbs, um, most time they are loved ones, but they are sometimes angels and guides too. But I've even had um spirits of people that I don't know that came to me looking for help. Like I'll literally be in my bed and I just had my head hit the pillow. And close my eyes and then I get woken up because an image comes to my mind and it's of a spirit coming and asking me for help. In fact, I got to make a video about it because one of them's very interesting. So, so yeah, I do understand, sweetheart. Honey, Spirit's never going to give up on you. Don't think that way. They're there to help you. Don't feel like you're pestering them. You're supposed to talk to them and ask them for help and guidance. That's what they're there for. You know? You don't need to apologize, honey. They understand. They want you to talk to them. They'll never give up on you. Don't ever think that. And let me tell you something else. Because people in general don't think they understand this. Is that like our loved ones who passed on, if we don't ever feel like we get a message from them, like say if, we don't see their spirit or we don't hear their voice, or we may not ever feel like we feel their presence with us, doesn't mean they're not there. They're there. But they're trying to give us messages in other ways that we recognize and understand. But if those messages that they're trying to show us, like say, we'll just say we'll use, dragonflies, because I used this the other night with a video I made about my aunt. She loved dragonflies. And um, when one night, I'll just say real quick, one night after she had been gone, and this was a year or two later, right around the anniversary of her death, I was in my room one night and all the lights were out and it was like 10:30 that night, I want to say. Um, I was looking at the internet and I was either viewing it through my phone or the iPad, but either way, I was just here looking at the internet and then I see a gold orb out of the corner of my eye to the left of me. And I knew it was an orb. So I didn't even look at it, but normally I will. I knew what it was and, I ignored it because normally they'll appear and then disappear just as quickly. So I went through and I went back to looking at my screen, whatever I was looking at on the internet. And then next thing I know, I get an orb, but not just one orb. I got several orbs laying on my arm right here. Made an outline of a dragonfly to get my attention. And that was my aunt getting my attention because she loved dragonflies. And I knew that was her spirit coming to me to check on me and let me know and tell me that she was okay. Because then, even after I saw that outline, then I seen another orb, but this one was white and it was an outline again of a dragonfly, but it was like filled in. Like, think of like a white cloud. But this one was kind of like more smoky white. But just think of a cloud, an outline of a dragonfly. And that's what I saw. So I do understand, honey. And so, like, spirit, you know, when they try and send us certain messages, like, let's just say, for an example, like that, me seeing that dragonfly orb, let's just say I didn't pay attention to it, or let's say that I didn't even acknowledge it or even know that that was my aunt. She would do something else to get my attention because they don't ever give up on you, is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, it may not have been the dragonfly that got my attention. She may have, you know, go and, you know, have a purple rose drop out of sky or something, you know, to get my attention. But they will never give up on you. They will never give up on trying to communicate with you. They will never give up on trying to give you signs of their presence, of them being there. And they're definitely not going to give up on you wanting their help and talking to them. Because that's what they're there for. They want to help you too. So don't ever feel like they're going to give up on you, honey. They're not. Talk to them, please. Don't give up on talking to them. All right, spirits, please give me a card from this to the entire good. Thank you. All right, Miss T. Lynn. The card I get for you says, your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. Why you say that, Ange? You saying I'm talking too much or I'm not drinking enough? I'm drinking. So, Miss T. Lynn, beautiful T. Lynn, I think you got to start thinking of what you want, you know, to go right. Because I think sometimes you worry about all the things that go wrong instead of focusing on what's going right at the time. And I think when you start focusing on more of what's going right and appreciate what's going right, like having kind of the same thing like gratitude, more events are going to start going more right, and it's going to start all coming together and making more sense, and it's going to move you forward. And I think that the things that need your attention most are those things, but I also feel like even, yeah, the things you worry about, I'm not saying don't ignore, you know, like, you know, you got to pay your bills. We all got bills to pay. Pay those bills, please. Don't ignore that. But just be sensible about where you put more of your energy in. Don't try not to focus all of it on the negativity or what's not going right. Focus on more what's going. I didn't even say that right. Don't focus on what's going wrong. Focus more on what's going right. And I think more is going to start moving forward and ahead for you. That's what I get, sweetheart. I hope this helps. I hope this resonates for you, honey. Almost 3 hours. Yeah, it has been, hasn't it? Wow. Yeah. I'm hydrated. I'm energized, I promise. I still got, let's see. I still got about this much Red Bull left. And I got, let's see, wait, hold on. I even got this too. I got plenty of energy or sugar to keep me energized. Ramon's like, oh my gosh, all that sugar. I know you don't like sugar, Ramon. I'm being hydrated. Yes, I'm stocked, sweetheart. Thank you. And I got a case of Red Bull in the other room, too. Honey, I could stay up all night and all morning, to be honest, if I really wanted to. Yes, late night caffeine. Yes. And I promise you, I would even go and get me some coffee right now if I needed to. Oh, I have such a great memory. Yes. I think I do. I've been told I do. And you're welcome, T-Lynn. You're welcome, beautiful. I'm glad it helped. At least I hope it helps, sweetheart. Ain't just teasing you, Ramon. You know, I've cut back on drinking these, though. There are those days I don't even touch these. Now, you don't even want to know what else I got, though. Y'all would be looking at me like, how am I not bouncing off the walls? But maybe that's why I've been on here for almost 3 hours. Oh, I got a case of energy shots too. Sometimes I need a little boost. Liquid stevia. Mm-mm. Wow. Almost 3 hours. This is crazy. I didn't expect this to be on this long. Yes. I'm with you, Ange. Give me a triple shot of espresso. Yes. I want the extra espresso. Thank you, Miss Bora Bora. I appreciate it. Yes, extra espresso. And give me some extra sugar and some extra cream to go with it. Because Ramon be sitting here shaking his head because when I drink a cup of coffee, I want it like half coffee, and the rest of it is sugar and cream. Gotta have that sugar, and my mama did it to me. So y'all can blame her because when I was a kid, she used to ask me to go make her coffee in the morning, and that's how she drank it. She always, when we'd go out to eat and she would get coffee, she'd always tell the server to fill her coffee up half full with coffee and bring her plenty of sugar and cream because she filled the rest of it up with sugar and cream. So because my brother and I had to make her coffee in the morning, we'd make it and then have to taste it and make sure it had enough sugar and enough cream before we took it to her. But what's funny is by the time we got it to her, the coffee cup was half empty. So, yes, I'm bad. If anyone else is here that I haven't read for, I will read for y'all. Yeah, exactly, Ange. Yep. Oh, yeah. Because I have to go through, like, some of those restaurants that have, like, those plastic creamers. I probably use about, like, 3 or 4 of them at a time. And then, like, their sugar container, I sit there and I pour it, and probably by the time I leave that restaurant, it's, like, half empty. It's like, "Oh my gosh. Thank God I'm not diabetic," but woo, I do, I love my sugar. I get bad about it, though. Oh, Miss Sherry, thank you for being here, sweetheart. I didn't even know you were still here. You were so quiet. I hope you loved your reading, sweetheart. You guys, thank you for being here, honey. Get some rest. And you have a great week, too. I'll be at one of your lives soon, I know. When I have some free time, I'll be jumping around, coming by and visiting everybody. And I'm sending love and prayers and healing light to you and your son. Oh, up cleaning. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you stuck around and listened, sweetheart. And I'm glad I got to read for you. I really am. Because I know most of y'all have read for me. So it's like, no, it's my turn to read for y'all now. So, and that's why I don't mind being on here this long. You're welcome, honey. I appreciate you too. Get some rest, sweetheart. Yeah, 5 a.m. Yeah, if I had to get up at 5 a.m., it's almost 1 o'clock now. See, Amanda's not going to bed then. I might as well stay up. Oh, I'm so happy, Miss Sherry. I'm glad. I'm glad it was a wonderful reading for you, honey. That means a lot. It means a lot you stopped by too. I appreciate y'all's love and support so very much. That looker support too. Yeah, I got both, didn't I? Yes, I understand. I do. But you see what I'm doing to keep me up too, so I'm kind of cheating. Mm. Well, I hope you get some good sleep, sweetheart. Mm. Miss Bora Bora, do you want a reading, sweetheart? Because if not, I'm going to shut it down, I think. You know what, Ange? I honestly don't know. Because there's a church on this corner out here, and it's a small cemetery. The church is very small. I I don't know. There might be 20 headstones in there, but then there's one on the other side of my neighborhood, and there's a fire truck out there too. It looks like an older fire truck. So I can't say that I've really picked up anything from the cemetery, but that doesn't mean that they haven't been here and I've just ignored them. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. So, I mean, I try and keep it out though. But what I'll say is since I've been here, I mean, all the energy in my house has been very warm, very loving. It's been very positive. It's been a beautiful feeling being in this house. So it's been great. So I loved it. I mean, I know I got a lot of my loved ones and angels and all them around, but I think if there is some other energy here, but it's all good. It's nothing bad, thank God, because I don't want that here. But yeah, if there's any other spirits from the cemeteries coming by here. They haven't yet that I'm aware of, but stay tuned. For some reason, they always have a habit of finding me at some time. Yeah, Miss Bora Bora, I understand that too. You want to hear something crazy? I used to work, ooh, excuse me, 60, 70 hours a week waiting tables. So I would work like a 17-hour shift back to back. Yes, Miss Amanda Twisted Sushi, I'll do a reading for you, sweetheart. That's what I'm here for. Oh, Miss Bora Bora, thank you. Well, thank you for stopping in and saying hi, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love and support, sweetheart. Miss Twisted Sushi Amanda. Yes, sweetheart. I'll do a reading for you, honey. And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to get off of here. Because, yeah, it has been over 3 hours, and that's just crazy to me. I didn't even expect to be on here for an hour. Well, I mean, if people were here, yes, but I don't know. I don't think I knew exactly what to expect, but I'm happy y'all are here. This makes me feel so good. I feel so loved and supported, so thank you. Honey. No, that's not good. That's not good, Amanda. If you're in a toxic situation, that's not good for you or your baby. Baby Aurora doesn't need to be around that, honey. I'll tell you what. I mean, I was just going to pull from these 3 decks. Um, but I'll pull a couple of, I do have one of my love oracles here, I think. I'll pull a couple cards from them just for you, sweetheart. If that's okay. I don't know if, you know, Miss Amanda, you know, let me tell you something, sweetheart. And I know you got a baby, and I understand, you know, well, I can't say I understand because I don't have kids of my own. But I've watched others go through and raise kids, and I've also had to help raise my younger brother. Not from an infant, but after my mama died, you know, when she got sick, I had to look after him a lot more. And then when she died, I really did have to kind of watch over him even more. And um, my mama died when I was 19, and my brother was 15. And I had a serious relationship, and it was looking like possibly we would get married. I mean, there was the talks. I even had a ring, but that person lived like 3,000 miles away from me. And with me being where I was at and with my mama when she was still alive, he knew, he said he understood I had to be here for her. But the moment my mama died and when I picked up that phone and called him to tell him my mother just passed away, Instead of being the loving, supportive boyfriend or fiance that you would expect, your significant other being, the first words out of his mouth was, okay, it's time for you to come home now. What? No, you didn't just say that to me. You know, that was the first words out of his mouth. And I'm like, nope, nope. And I I was already devastated and I didn't even respond to him, honey, and I hung up that phone. And I didn't talk to him for several months. Several months. And I think he tried calling me, but I didn't answer. And I just ignored it because, a loving significant other is supposed to be more comforting and, knowing you're grieving, you're going through a devastating loss, not more worried about their own needs and, but he was more controlling in that way too. And that would have never worked for me. And I knew that. And I knew it even before my mama died. I just didn't listen. So, um, and if I had continued that relationship, sweetheart, I would not have been happy. And it would not have lasted because I wouldn't have tolerated it. I would not put up with someone who was going to try to be controlling, who wasn't going to be loving, in the ways that I needed it and how I give and show my love because he was also possessive and jealous. And those were two things I can't do. I just can't do. I'm not a jealous person and I'm not a possessive person and I'm not an insecure person either. So to handle it from someone else, that's a lot of negative energy I don't want to pick up, and have to try and kind of like smooth that out, like smooth their ego. And, if you do something they don't like because someone just talks to you and they all of a sudden think you're flirting with them, it's like, what? That kind of thing. No, I can't do that. It would have been too toxic. So, you know what, honey, though? And that's good. No, thank you so much, Ange. Get some sleep, sweetheart. Thank you for being here with me and everything. I appreciate you, honey, so much. Get some sweet dreams, and we'll talk later, honey. Good night, Miss Ange. Miss Amanda, you know, you got a baby you got to think about, okay? And if your husband is being controlling like that, and if he's not willing to listen to your feelings and validate them and be the loving, supportive husband, honey, I don't have to pull cards for that. I'm telling you, just as someone who's already been in a relationship like that, and I can tell you it's not healthy, and I didn't have a baby. Thank goodness for me, because that would have been hard on not just me, but my baby, and I would not have want that for them. And I'm not saying I would have taken the baby away from their father, but what I'm saying is I could not be the best mother, the best person for me, and the best person for everyone else, my other family members, friends, my colleagues, whatever. If I was being drained by someone with all that negative, emotions and trying to control me and, and not being, loving and supportive in the way they're supposed to be. And then, so knowing that I'm not being, heard, my feelings aren't being validated, then, suddenly, if your baby, were to cry or whatever, that's eventually going to come out and it's going to come out on your baby. And you don't want to do that to that sweet angel. She needs her mama loving, nurturing, and strong and independent. So, sweetheart, if you feel it's time to move, honey, you know what I would do? And you know what, Miss Amanda, because it's you, I'll tell you something real quick. And I'll have to make a video about this now. But just I'm gonna fill you in a tiny bit. Um, Something happened just over a year ago where I was forced to have to make a decision like that, but not for the reasons like what you're, telling me. All I'm saying is that It came to a point that we were forced to move, and my husband wasn't for it. And when I mean he wasn't for it, Amanda, he was not for it. I had to fight him. I had to argue with him. And it took months. And it was draining. It drained a lot out of me because I was doing what I knew was best for us. And I'm not saying he didn't know it was best, but it was his pride and his comfort of being in our home and having it for so many years and this and that and that I understood. But it just something happened. We had to move. But it took a lot. It took a lot of fighting and arguing with him to get him to come to my side and see everything. And it nearly took him almost dying too. That was the other part of it. So it was a lot. And I could have given up. And I know there was times I wanted to, but I also know me. I'm a fighter. I don't know how to give up, but I know my situation is so different too. So, oh, yeah, sweetheart, that's not healthy for you or that baby. That's not healthy at all for you or your baby. For Sweet Aurora, she doesn't need to be breathing all that smoke and then letting the kids and animals run around and do whatever and ruin y'all's house. No, honey. I think, you are in the right to want to move, and I completely understand it. Um, if y'all can financially do it, I would do it, and I would put my foot down. If you want to know the honest God truth, Amanda, if it were me, I would put my foot down. I say, look, we're moving, or me and Miss Baby Aurora, we're gone because this is not healthy for me or her, and it's not healthy for you either. Oh no, 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 Amanda. No, honey. That's not healthy, honey. That's not a healthy relationship to be in. And that sounds abusive to me. For him to say something like that. It's like he has no care in the world about you, period. That's what I'm picking up. So, honey, I no. I think, you know, like I say, you are the CEO of your life. You hire, promote, and fire accordingly. And sweetheart, I think you need to take some serious time and think about that, about your marriage, and think about your baby in this because that, the other smoking, the roommates and all that, that's one issue by itself. But honey, I couldn't stay if it was me. I couldn't stay. I wouldn't be able to stay in that because that's just abusive to me. That's mentally and emotionally abusive. So, honey, go wherever you gotta go. Sorry. I just think that I just don't think that's healthy. And I know there's a lot of help out there, Amanda. I know you can get some help out there. There's a lot of services that'll help you. If that's something you don't feel like you can do by yourself, that's me. I understand everybody's not me either, you know, and don't think or look at things the same way I do or feel like they can do it, even though I would remind them and tell them they can and they're good enough. But that's me, beautiful. You deserve so much more than what you're getting, Amanda. In my opinion, I think you're selling yourself short, sweetheart. You and your baby both. That's what I feel. By staying in that kind of relationship, in that environment. It's not healthy and it's not good for either one of y'all. All right, Spirit. What message do you have for Miss Amanda? Hi, Miss Karina. I see you, sweetheart. I didn't even know you were here. Embraced by love. This same card that Miss T. Lynn, I think, got. Isn't, I believe it was Miss T. Lynn. Or, no, it was Heather. Embraced by love. Let love reach where it has never reached before. Sweetheart, this is what the angel is telling you, kind of like what I'm saying already before I even turned over this card. Be embraced by love, not by someone who doesn't appreciate you or your baby or cares, you know. Find other people who do love you and care, you know. Like, is there people that you can go to? Like, do you have family that you can turn to for help? But I think you deserve to be around people who are going to truly love you and embrace you for you and your baby. It's time for you to be embraced by all that good love and leave out all that negative, you know, what your husband or others like that say. Honey, Amanda, I know sometimes it's hard to ask for help, but I think it's time to ask for some help, sweetheart. I think it's time for you to reach out to your family and, you know, friends for help and kind of level with them. Tell them what's going on if they don't already know. And I know that takes having to swallow your pride some. I get that. I know it's hard to swallow pride sometimes, but honey, I think you got to swallow that pride and do what's best for you and your baby. And be embraced by love, because I think that once you get out of that situation, I think you're going to see a whole new world around you. And you're going to find all this positive people. And, you know, you think maybe it's going to be hard. And I'm not going to say it's not going to be hard, sweetheart, okay? You know, life can be very hard. And having a baby and raising a baby is very hard. And that I do understand and get. But I think you're going to have a lot more people out there who's going to be there, you know, loving you and appreciating you and supporting you if you just reach out and ask for help from them and do, you know, what I think is best for you. And I think, you know, Spirit's, you know, saying that. I mean, entertainment purposes only, but I feel like this is what Spirit is saying to you, that it's time for you to be embraced by those that truly love you and for you to embrace that love in return. Because I feel like you haven't been getting that love, not just from your husband, but others. Like, you feel like you're not worthy of it, and you're more than worthy, sweetheart. We're all worthy of love. We're all deserving of love and all the good. So, embrace it, sweetheart. Please think about it. And I'm going to pull one of these cards quick. You're welcome, honey. I hate to hear that, Amanda. I do. Alright, Spirit. Oh, Ramon, thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping by and being supportive. I greatly appreciate it. Many blessings to you, too. Thank you for saying that. You're making me blush. Hope you enjoyed your reading, honey. Sweet dreams. All right. Message for Miss Amanda. You got the card, Sage. Miss Amanda. Be devoted and committed, honey. I mean, this goes with be embraced by love. And be devoted and committed. Embrace the love of yourself. Show love to yourself and compassion and for your baby. And embrace all of that. Embrace and be devoted and committed to it. Oh, good night, Karina. Thank you for stopping by, sweetheart. I greatly appreciate it. So, be devoted and committed. And I think once you get out of that bad situation, I think a lot more good things are going to come your way. It may take some time. Like I said before, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, sweetheart, but it's going to be worth it. And if you can focus on that, I think there'll be a lot more good out there. And I think that once you realize that and have that love for yourself, you're going to shine such a bright light because you're going to see your value in yourself and that confidence that's going to attract people and the right people, not the wrong people. I'm not saying the wrong people who ain't going to be attracted because that's just comes with the territory, but I think more of the right people will be there to love and support you. If you just be committed and devoted to yourself and to your baby, honey. Hope that resonates there. All right. Spirits, what message do you have from Miss Amanda? Please and thank you. That was weird. Yeah, I mean, I believe that. I mean, I do agree with that. I understand that. And listen to Miss T. Lynn. She knows what she's talking about too. Thank you, Miss T. Lynn. Thank you, beautiful. And I think he will. He will have to either change or he's going to lose out on the best thing that ever happened to him. And out on his baby. Not saying you're going to keep his baby from him, but he's not going to be with his baby 24/7, or at least have his baby in his house like he is right now. So, yeah, I do understand that. So, but he may, you know what? You may blow up so much, sweetheart, if you step away from him that I think it'll scare him. I think you would even outgrow him. And I think that because you outgrow him and because he'll see you, because he's going to be like here and you're going to be like here. And I don't think he's going to come to you like this. I think he's going to see you up here and he's going to want to try and bring you back down. Or he's going to be so intimidated by it that he's going to leave. So I don't feel like he's going to meet you, sweetheart. I'm not getting that. But, things can change. People can change. Energy does change. So, but that's what I feel right there. Oh, and this should resonate for you, Miss Amanda. It says, don't allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. Remember, you will be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself far too much to settle for anything less than you deserve. I mean, that just hits it right there, sweetheart. Spirit spoke loud and clear. That's exactly what I was just pretty much saying in so many words, and here it is. So don't allow him to abuse that, abuse you, and, that whole living situation, all of it. You deserve so much more than you realize, than what you're settling for right now. And I hate that for you, sweetheart. Don't settle, honey. You got so much good in you. It's time for it to be shine out more instead of for them to try and bring you down. All right, sweetheart. I hope this resonates. I hope it makes sense. Yes. Oh, I'm glad, honey. And I think Miss T. Lid knows what she's talking about too, honey. I don't have one of those other decks with me. Let's see. Where'd it go? Miss Amanda, I don't, honey, like I said, I'll pull you a love card if you really want me to, but I just don't feel like I should. I mean, I'd rather give you something else that's like more, encouragement, to go out there and love yourself and love your baby. I mean, I said for you, I'd pull you a love card if you really want me to. Okay, honey, well, I'm glad. I'm glad it was helpful, sweetheart. And thank you for being comfortable enough sharing that with us, because I know that's not easy, sweetheart. I know it's not easy to be vulnerable like that. But, I'm glad that, you felt comfortable enough to share it with us here and let us know more what's going on, because I had no clue, honey. And I'm sorry, I didn't know. So I'm glad it helped. I hope it resonated. And my beautiful people, thank you so much again for being here. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. All of y'all showed up for me tonight for my first live. I greatly appreciate it. I really, really do. It's been wonderful reading for all of y'all and being on a chat with y'all like this. Because I know, yeah, we chat in the other chat rooms on other lives, but, for me to do it this way, this is nice. I like this. I like doing it this way. Yes. Yes, Miss Teelan. Exactly. But it is 1:27, so I've been on this thing for 3.5 hours now. This is crazy. I didn't expect this, so I think I'm gonna get off here now. Thank you again for coming and stopping by. I really, really appreciate it, y'all. I know, right, Miss Amanda? Yeah. Yeah, this Amanda, I'll be going to bed soon, I promise. Uh, oh, thank you, Miss T. Lynn. You're so sweet. Y'all have a great night, too, and a great morning. And I'm sending y'all all the love and light and blessings in this world. Y'all's way, okay? Bye, y'all. Good night.